guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Valentine's Day! I wanted to do a little story time video of how me and my husband met. I know in my Q&A video, my husband summed it up very quickly. And I just thought it would be fun to tell you guys the full story. Where to begin? Me and my husband, Stefan, we met at a ministry school in Redding, California. We were in our second year of school and we had never officially met in our first year of school, but I did know who he was just because I had, I guess I was friends with some of the people in his friends group, but I thought he was like kind of intimidating. I thought he was like kind of scary. And he had no idea who I was. Like he has no memory of ever seeing me or knowing me or anything. So our first year, we kind of went through school without really knowing each other. We had just finished our first year of school and it was a few days into summer before we would separately go home because I'm from Ohio and he's from Canada. And so we were both gonna go home for the summer. We ended up both going swimming at the same apartment complex because of different friends that lived there. Oh. So we both went swimming at this apartment complex and that's where we met. So it was a very quick like, hi, I'm Stefan, and I was, hi, I'm Emily, and I was hanging out with another person, and like he was just he was with his mom actually who was visiting, and just some people, and it was very short, and neither of us thought much of it. Fast forward, we went home for the summer, we came back, and I had kind of become friends with some new people, and I was staying at a friend's house. And she was really good friends with Stefan. Had to change a diaper. Okay, so we had just come back and we were now friends with the same person, and Stefan and this girl had been best friends, and basically it was like inevitable that when he came back into town, I would then become friends with him, and everybody just loved him, and I was like, everything I had ever seen of him, he seemed a little intimidating to me and just a little weird. And at the time, he used to have a side braid that like went all the way down to his collarbone. And he also had a big like rat tail tuft of hair. So he was just like a weirdo. Sorry, Steph. Our first meeting, it was very short. Like our first meeting after summer was very short. We exchanged a few sarcastic comments to each other, and I had to run off to work. It was genuinely like 5 minutes. A few days later, it was September 1st, 2011. A friend of ours was having a birthday party, and we were both invited, and it was just at our friend's house, and it was very chill. But this birthday party for me is kind of where everything began. Stefan likes to joke that I basically followed him around the whole time, which is like so embarrassing, but it like kind of unintentionally happened on my part. He was sitting on the couch talking to people and I had been sitting next to him, and then like I was having fun around him, and then he moved over to the floor, and I remember thinking to myself, oh, he moved. And I remember feeling like I wanted to keep hanging out with him because I was really enjoying him. I guess I just kind of followed him around, and Stefan said he like did notice, but he was kind of flirting with me, and like I just like really liked him. After that birthday party, I remember sitting with one of my roommates at the time, and I was like, okay, I know that I liked this person and I liked this person last year, but I said, I actually don't think I ever had real feelings because I all of a sudden instantly felt this connection with Stefan, that I genuinely had never felt before. And that's just how it was for me. I was like, I don't even know what those little things were. Probably infatuation, because I was like, I genuinely like feel something for this guy and I've never felt like that before. I instantly felt very strongly for Stefan, and that really kind of caught me off guard. Like, we were in the same friends group now, and so there were certain opportunities where we were just getting to hang out naturally with lots of friends. There's an instance just maybe like a week or two later where I needed to pick one of my roommates up from the airport, and it was a 2.5-hour drive, and I didn't want to do it alone, and I just ended up asking a group of people, and Stefan was there. And a few people said, no, oh, Steph, what are you doing? Someone said, and like he actually was free. So I ended up basically tricking him to coming to the airport with me. So we got all the exclusive time, just us, while I was driving. And that was really cool. We kind of got to know each other a bit more. And that's just like that time where you have all the butterflies, because it's like, oh, does this person like me? Do they not? Like, you're having so much fun. And that's such a fun like memory and a fun time to think about. Fast forward about a month from the time that we met, and we had started school. Our first official, I call it a non-date date, because basically me and Stefan ended up going to the movies, just us, but he claims that he did invite other people, but everybody bailed, whereas I went into the situation not knowing who was coming. And so when I showed up and it was just us, I was like, oh, okay, it's just us. Like, and there was no communication. It was just like a very casual thing, but then it was like just us. We went to see Bridesmaids back in the day. The most confusing thing was that he didn't pay for my ticket. Don't give him a hard time. You know, it wasn't a date. He really did invite other people, and he wasn't trying to, at that time, get into a relationship with me. So he wasn't gonna pay for my ticket and give me that impression yet. So, but I was very confused because he didn't pay for my ticket, but he was still very sweet. And then afterwards, he took me to get ice cream, and then he paid for my ice cream. So I am already, you know, I'm just smitten with him, in awe of this amazing guy who's so funny. You know, I'm getting all these mixed signals. 2 weeks after that, I did what in ministry school is referred to as a DTR, which is defining the relationship. And I told Stefan we needed to have a talk, and we went to this coffee shop, and I sat down and I so bravely told him that I liked him. The reason that I did this DTR was just because I didn't want to get my heart in a place of, you know, basically being led on or being swept up in something and then not taking care of myself and taking care of my heart. As cheesy as that may sound to you guys, you know, I just knew I needed to take care of me. And if Stefan wasn't interested in me, then I needed to distance myself, because it just wasn't gonna end up healthy, if that makes sense. I told him I liked him, that I had feelings for him, and I kind of laid my cards on the table, and Stefan so gently told me that he didn't know how he felt about me. And that was kind of hard to hear because I had such strong feelings for him. So I basically put the ball fully in his court and told him, you know, while he's figuring it out, he can fully initiate in our relationship, our friendship at the time. And if, you know, if he wants to hang out, then he can ask me. And if he wants to text me, then he, you know, I won't be texting him first, anything like that. I just fully put the ball in his court. Over the next 2 weeks, he did want to hang out with me a ton. We hung out all the time. During that time, his mom visited and I got to meet her, and it was really awesome. I took that as further confirmation that he is leaning towards liking me. About 2 weeks later, he told me he liked me. A few days later, we had our official first date, and that night we like officially became boyfriend, girlfriend, and that was November 4th. So it was almost 2 months after we met. So we realized things like went really quick, and it's kind of funny how that happened, but that's our like how we met. And I'll sum it up really quick. We dated for 10 months. We got engaged September 1st, 2012. We ended up getting married a few months later, February 17th, 2013, which means on Saturday we have been married for 5 years. That's how we met. We're really excited to be celebrating 5 years married, and wow, even longer together, and we're still very in love, very happy. You know, marriage takes work and it takes effort, and we are very much all in, and we love our life together. And I was gonna link our wedding video down below for you guys if you wanna watch it, because that's fun. Hi. What are you doing? If you guys want to watch our wedding video, it'll be down below. If you guys like today's little story time, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for everybody who's subscribed. If you aren't subscribed, feel free to click that subscribe button. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.